Welcome back to episode 4 of the Strongman series. This is Coach Carp with Carp's Gym, training for the Strongman Throwdown at Home Gym Con. And let's get into some training. Now this is week 5, day 1. The strength movement for today is block pulls at knee height, working up to a moderate 5 rep max, and then alternating with dumbbell rows. So here I'm just working up to a set of 405 for 5 reps, and then I'm going to do those rows with a 70-pound dumbbell. And then next up on the strength portion is we're still doing the block deadlifts. We're going to do 3 sets of 3 at 80% of that 5 rep max. And I got all 3 sets of those at 325. You'll see those here. Now on these block pulls, I've just got some 25 and 45-pound bumpers down there with the Living Fit rubber mats doubled up down there to give me the proper height. This is as close as I can get without having actual blocks, but it's about the right height, so it does work out pretty nice. It's a good hack if you don't have a bunch of extra equipment. You can always stack up some plates, rubber matting if you have it, on some bumper plates. On these rows, I'm using that hand to the inside technique. I know some of you guys have told me that you've really tried it and it's helped with your range of motion. So I really like to do that. Turn the hand inside on your inside hand on the bench and just tap that knee on the bench. I'm not leaning onto the bench. I'm just using it as a balance point with my hand, trying to keep all the weight in my other foot and really pulling with that back. With these 3 sets of 3 deadlifts at 80%, I also have to do 5 burpees in between each set. And man, do these suck for a big guy, but here I am doing them. So I'm trying to do the program to the best of my ability, but there you go. Big guy doing burpees. Hope you guys enjoy it. Then after this last set of burpees, the kids wanted to film the Friday dance party for Garage Gym Life. Next movement is the Strongman contest run. So we're going to be doing a yoke and frame carry, 50-foot runs at comp weight, work up to 2 full send runs. So we're going to load up as we go. Started off at 365 and then did runs at 405 and 405 on the yoke. And then 165 per hand for a 330 total on the frame carries. But I'm using the farmer handles here. This is the Fringe Sport farmer handles. And then this is my Rogue Y1 yoke. I'm just working down, loading a plate at a time, plates and quarters to work up to close to the comp weight as I can get. And then Strongman is fun, but the worst part is putting up all your stuff. Man, ugh. Here's a close-up of those Fringe farmer handles that they sent for this Strongman series. And they've held up well, been using them multiple times a week. You can see some chalk on there, and they're taking a beating from getting thrown around. But they're holding up well. I would highly recommend them if you need some cheap farmer handles. Here I am, taking off with them. Moving on to week 5, day 2. The strength movement for today is a superset of incline bench press with a specialty bar. We're going to do 3 sets of 10 and build up weights each set. And then superset that with jumping jacks. And then also a standing dumbbell press, 3 sets of 15. So yep, you're going to see a big guy do some jumping jacks. But I'm not going to make you watch it for 60 seconds, so we'll speed through it. But you can still see I got it done. You can't forget to live without your headband. Sometimes I forget, but I feel naked, so Carp, big headband guy. Get yourself a headband. The next up for the strongman portion of the workout is a contest run for the overhead press medley. So we're going to work up all 3 implements. We're going to be doing the axle clean and press, the log clean and press, and the circus dumbbell. We're going to build up to 3 runs, getting close to the comp weight as we can. We're going to go 70 to 80%, 90 to 100%, and another 90% to 100% run. On runs 1 and 2, we're only going to do 3 circus dumbbell reps, but then on the 3rd set, we're going to go as many reps as possible. So on press, I started with 165, first round, log 170, and dumbbell 70 pounds. And then on the 2nd round, the axle is going to be 185, the log will be 190, and the dumbbell will be 94 pounds. And then the full send run, on run number 3, I'm going to axle press 200 pounds, log for 2 attempts of 210. I tried it twice and did not get any at 210. And then on the dumbbell, I got 104 for 1. Okay, moving into day 3. The strongman movements are sandbag runs, 5 rounds, 50-foot runs. Warm up heavier bags each as you go. So right now I'm just getting loose here with the Living Fit bands. To get a stretch out, getting my shoulders loose. And then we'll move into those sandbags, 5 rounds of those, which ultimately moving into a contest run of medley. And I end up using my medium bag for 175 pounds because I couldn't quite get the 200-pound bag or the 215-pound bag that I've got. So I got as many reps as I could with the 175-pound bag. And boy, these things will kill you. Here's my sandbag to bar setup. I've got the Fringe Sport axle bar, the shorty axle bar across there with the Living Fit purple bands down to the Fringe Sport mag pegs. That's what I'm using to hold my axle bar in place. It's a kind of a quick, easy one set up on the rack. That way you can put your bands on there to the axle bar and it keeps the axle bar from moving, especially when you're loading heavy sandbags or sandbag over bar. You can use your yoke for this too, but on this day I didn't have the yoke out, so it's much easier just to throw that axle bar up there and go to town with the sandbags. Moving on to the strongman movement. The strongman movement is a contest run. It says set up a truck pull if you have one, or if you have a truck pull harness. I don't have that, but I do have a Torque Tank M1 sled. So I'm going to use that with the tow harness and put it on the highest level, the level 3. And then put a couple 45-pound plates on there. And then let my daughter sit on there as well. Get some, and the extra weight will give her a lot of traction. So that's what I'm going to do this, and that's going to be kind of how I do it. I'm using the sled for the truck pull days, push and pull. now this is on to week 6, day 1. It's a deadlift focused day. The strength movement of the day is deadlift, work up to a 5 rep max, and then do 5 burpees in between those. Today I was a 4 rep max for me at 415. That was just about as much as I could do. And then I have back offs, 3 sets of 5 at 75% of that 5 RM. And I only got the 2 sets of the 75% at 315. It felt really heavy. And I tore my finger on the second set. So I decided to call it there for the day. The second movement is a Strongman EMOM. Trying to get 8-minute EMOM 2 times with a contest weight bag. It also says use 80 to 100% of the contest weight. So I'm doing the medium bag here again. So it's a 175 pound bag because I can't quite get the 215 pound bag. I think I got it once here at the very end, but it was very difficult. There's no way I can do multiple reps today, so maybe I'll get stronger and we'll see how it goes.
I got one.
And then we're back on the assault bike. We're just doing 20-30 minutes steady state, jog, bike, or row. So I got on the assault bike for just a medium pace. I picked this up on Marketplace for $200. The guy was moving, so I just threw him an offer. It's okay bike. I like it okay, but I think I'm going to flip it because I think I already have an offer for $400. So it's going to be a quick $200 make with this assault bike. But I enjoyed it. Okay. I still don't like it as much as the Rogue Echo bike, but it's a solid bike. I like it better than the Schwinn. We're moving on to day 2 of week 6, the press focus day. So today's strength movement is axle clean and press. Work up to a 2 rep max I worked all the way up to 205, which is nice because the comp weight is 200. Now this is me going for that 205. It's a clean once and press twice. So it felt pretty good. On the first press, I feel like I got it. And I feel like my second press was even better. I timed it a little better. But right there, I felt a little twinge in my elbow. So I don't know if I pulled something or tweaked something. If I grabbed it the wrong way or what. But I called it there after that. Now we're on to day 3 of week 6. It's a strength movement. Today is block deadlifts from knee height. I hurt my elbow the previous day, but for whatever reason it does not hurt during deadlifting, so I was able to work up to deadlifts here. I gotta try to work up to 2 heavy singles, and I tried 505 and I could not get it. So I backed it down to 455 and got that for 1. And then I continued with block deadlifts, 3 sets of 3 at 80%. But I just did 1 at 410. And it was raining outside. I was supposed to do heavy sled work. And because of my elbow, I decided just to let that ride. Just went with the deadlift stuff. So then we're going to move on to the next week after this and let my elbow rest. This is my last set here at 410, and then be on your toes because you never know what could happen. This deadlift I set up I got here, you'll watch, you'll see it rolls off the blocks, and I got to do a little dippy do. Look what that? Whoa! Thanks for watching.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. You look at that. Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.